have some non-traditional advice on weight and body image. This might be something that pushes some triggers. You ready for it? The advice? Go get naked outside. What? Hold on. Be realistic with this. Being overweight is really challenging for a host of reasons. For the body, sure, one thing. But for the mind, that's one of the hardest things. The mind and the spirit. The spirit wants to express out through the body. The reason I suggest going outside and getting naked at like a nude beach, come on, go to a place where it's appropriate to be naked outside. I think everywhere is a place, but in society it's different. From my experience of growing up obese and struggling with body and image, one of the most challenging things about it is shame. Shame is a terminal disease. It is an issue of the mind that affects your ability and your potential to express into the world in a way that you've envisioned and your spirit knows is true. And there's a thing that stops you, and it's this limiter of past traumas and experiences in probably developmental childhood, spaces where you are creating your conceptualization and understanding of the world, and it doesn't feel safe. So you hold this shame barrier and you just literally feed it, and you keep packing on this extra tissue, which is this safety mechanism to stop people from being around you, or to self-soothe in the moment that has the negative consequences of being overweight, which challenges the physical body, which doesn't allow you to express and feel in the way. It's more vulnerable to have less body. As a person who's gone vegan and lost all of the weight and tried that energy too, like, then you're wispy and ungrounded. So like having more ground is stabilizing. Eating more develops earth. This is the Ayurveda realm. This is kapha. Having more earth, having more density on you creates a physical barrier that allows you to be separate from those spaces of trauma that are challenging. Now, this quick little tip of going outside and being naked outside is the antidote to shame. There are many things that you have to take care of to reduce shame in the body, but nature doesn't give a f***. Nature don't care. Nature ain't worried about your mental patterns around your body. Nature is just like, welcome, thank you for being here. I made it a pilgrimage of mine. Whenever I'm like hiking deep, I'm trying to find a lake, I'm taking my clothes off and I'm jumping in that lake. Because you get outside and you're just naked and you're in the water, it's freezing, and then you come out and you're like, this is just me. It doesn't matter. I now live in a fit body. I've been in a strong, capable body now for the last 15 years, but there's still sometimes an incongruity between my mind and the current reality. The past space of obesity and the traumatic events around that space in childhood sometimes holds on to your present framework of your understanding, and the physical body's like, no, I'm this way now. It isn't balanced yet. A way to get through that, go get naked in nature. Go find yourself a lake. Hike out to a nice alpine lake, jump it, take your clothes off and jump in that. Be there basking in yourself. Be in the presence of nature. If you can, go to a nude beach where there are other people, and it doesn't matter. They're just bodies. Just bodies. Don't be a creep. You're just there. You're just experiencing yourself, and you're just being alive and outside in your body. These are some of the tools that I find with repeated use, you develop a new understanding of yourself. There comes a new acceptance of just being in this body. So there's several things when it comes to weight loss. There's the acceptance of the space you're at. There's loving of the space you're at. There's understanding of the body that you have that takes care of you every day, that has been through all the hardest things, that loves you, and you need to love it back. There's that space. That space is one of the harder places, because that's the space where you're working on the mental jackals that constantly take over your train of thought and bully you, and all the bullying you took in goes back into you. That takes work, that takes understanding, that takes introspection, that takes speaking it aloud, that takes different ways of processing trauma. Then there's the actual body itself, which you also have agency of to change. Accept the body. If you want to change it, that's your right. You have the ability to live in a fit, strong body. It will take the release and the sacrifice and the letting go of the old body you had before, the old patterns and behaviors that led you to that old body, which will require those introspection places. But a nice way to start is like, go outside, be with yourself right now. Understand that you're gonna be okay. You deserve to live in a body that feels loving. It takes action, it takes practice, it takes acceptance, and it takes receivership. Do all of those in the phases that feel appropriate to you. If you don't know how to do any of them, follow me. I have some tips. I've always got thoughts on these things. Go outside, find yourself a nude beach, or go outside and find yourself a lake. Get yourself there. Get in that water. You deserve loving acceptance of your body. I believe in you.